pleasure of meeting. I know that I do know a lot of the parents in the room, but for those that I don't know, my name is Joe Blantieri, and I happen to be the owner and executive director of New York City Dance Alliance. And I just tripped up because I'm also the owner and executive director of Steps on Broadway. I share, no, I don't share it for that reason. I do share it though because I think it puts what we do in a very different context in our dance convention world, which is actually why you're here. Because we have always been putting education first. It is really about the dancer's experience, period. That will always come first, and it becomes very evident when you take it out of a convention ballroom and you put it in a professional environment. Your dancers have got to do some incredible work at the Juilliard School. I mean, so you're now talking about really putting it in the context of the real world. And that's what we're really about. So, especially now that we have this energy, I mean, I've been here at Steps for decades, and I was asked to take over the studio right before COVID. So it just brings it all together that much more and allows us to do so many more things for all of you. A couple things that I'd like to say, because I said it to some of the other groups. I don't know if you know that we had 3 groups here, your group, but we also had some younger groups here. They performed yesterday. And I think all of those, in total, we had about 170 dancers in New York City for 4.5 days. The fact that your dancers have something they love so much that they took 4.5 days out of their winter holiday to say, can we please let me go to New York and dance? I think that's a pretty big blessing that you have a dancer that already has that vision in their mind of something that they aspire to do. And I want to make sure, so I celebrate them for making that choice, but I also celebrate all of you for making it happen. Let's give it up for the parents, come on. Let's be honest, none of this would happen without their support, without your support. So I always give much credit to parents. If you do come to NYCBA weekend, please come to one of the parents' chats. Again, many of you have been to that. I like to spend time with parents. I make myself available so that any life experience that I can share, any of my personal resources that can help you, this is a week. We are in this together to help your dancers, especially at this age, because they're at their age where they're ready to take that next step. So this is a big we. If we can somehow help them figure out what's next, then we've done our jobs, really, so that they are ready for the rest of their lives. And that's what this event is really about. And this one specifically, because of the age group and because of the work, because these are the dancers, and I've heard nothing but positive about them. What amazing humans your kids are, how hardworking they were, how kind they were to each other, their focus. To me, that's an NYCBA kid. If anyone's ever been to NYCBA and know what we're about, that's entirely what it's about. And obviously, it shined through with this group of dancers at the Contemporary Intensive. So it is my pleasure. We're so blessed. I think it's our 10-year anniversary doing this, right? Which is crazy. Doing this particular intensive, this one, and this is only possible because of a friend of mine who is pretty superhuman, I have to say. And I could just talk about her for a while, but she is pretty superhuman, especially in the multiple roles that she has right now in her life. And she very specifically curates this for us as far as the Contemporary Intensive goes. And I say to anyone who ever has the opportunity to be in a room with this passionate, talented woman needs to make it happen, as your kids do. Please welcome our curator and artistic director of the Intensive, but the general manager and artistic director of Ballet Jazz Montreal, Alexandra Damiani.
It's been 10 years. 10 years ago, Joe and I met, and we decided to bridge the world dance and expose young dancers who are maybe more into the competition, or at that age where they're thinking maybe of auditioning for other schools and they don't really know how to get there, to offer them in the heart of winter a moment, a safe environment to really go deep into their work, their art, and give them a direct experience with contemporary dance from choreographers and dancers or teachers who have worked with them directly, to give them an insight into that way of working, so also when they they wish to audition or have to go to the next level, they feel like they are ready. I've been, there's been 10 years, I've been on the other side for now quite a while, and I see exactly often what misses at very high level. Dancers, nowadays they're technically really high, they're amazing powerhouses, like unbelievable, but what makes the difference that bad dancer is going to get in? At Ballet Jazz Montréal, we had last year for one contract with 14 dancers. Company has been around for 53 years, traveling all around, but not neither good dance rep company. For one contract, I had 926 applicants. Yes, and then from that we went down to 125, and from that 125 we went down to 10, and then we went down to 1. So in auditioning, I said Julia is what, 23, Joe? 20, USC, I was just there, is 23. And there are many amazing programs in dance company, but how do you, as a young dancer, it's not even the technique, it's going to be so much a full approach, a showing up with a full, I say to them, you are not just dancer, you're beautiful human beings, you can really dance very well. And you need to show up to that class, to that day, with all the richness and the fullness of you being. And it has been quite amazing for me, and I come back with so much hope for the future. I'm totally in love with you kids because they bring so much passion, and they're so willing to come along with us and go quite deep into the work and uncovering their artistic voice. So a dancer came and said, well, I go to the audition and they asked me to show them who I am in my solo, but I don't know. I said, I don't know neither who I am. That's really hard. But let's try, let's breathe, and let's see a little bit what comes out through improvisation others. So, needless to tell you, it has been amazing 4 days and a half. We're really excited to show you the work. So we're not doing a performance. The point, Jennifer Florentino, Delman de Montegarner will talk to you. And myself, we really wanted to give personal attention, give corrections, and really go into the essence of the movement, challenge them, bring the breath back, and also to that give them tools. So I have Jonathan Angelilli who is here, who worked with them on primal movement and Qigong. They learn about breath using movement and dance as a medicine, emotion, as a way of healing, of recovering, and are filling themselves up so they can give even more. And we have discussions, they have injury prevention, and we're just going to show you a bit that work. And I told them if they go into the performance mode, I'll stop the music and we'll start again. I want them to take risks, to be fully alive in a moment, and this is where magic happens. So, lastly, also something very important, I find that dancers, especially at that age, so 15 to 19, they often have so much pressure of being perfect. I had no problem to ask discipline and ethic to any of you children. It was mostly to remind them to breathe and connect with pleasure and know that perfection doesn't exist, but it's an experience, and taking the risk and that vulnerability will go a long way. So we give them a space to fail. They fell, I think they felt silly at moments, there was all that, and it was very beautiful. So I hope they will show up again here in the work. Listen to me, guys, in a very human and authentic way, yes? So, with not further ado, come on in. We'll have the cohort. Maybe one step forward, everyone. Yes, good. Okay. So we'll start with, you can go in your group, first group UBD, yes. And I'm really happy. Devin, we have known each other. He went to Point Park with my student for a moment, and now he dances with Ballet Jazz Montréal. It's been 2 years. And he will introduce you a little bit to the work you've done with your group.
Hi everyone, my name is Damon from Mont Garner. As Alexandra said, I am a dancer with Ballet Jazz Montreal. I'm in my 3rd season currently. And this is my 2nd year actually at the Winter Dance Intensive, thanks to Alexandra. And when she asked me to return, I was overjoyed. These dancers work so hard. It's such a unique experience for them to be in New York City during the holiday season, working their butts off in Juilliard and like going so deeply and changing the way that they think. So it's been an honor to work with all of them. I had the privilege to work with a 1/3 of them, and we dove into some Yu Strongin repertoire. He's a Norwegian choreographer, and he's premiering a piece on BJM in February. So we had to work through some of that work. I gave them the task of building quartets and trios using some material that I had fed to them the first day, and then we built an entire section just like we did with the company. So they have this really cool understanding of how this section was built, and they have their own version that they're going to show you now. We go back. This is the work. Sometimes it's live theater. Yeah, it's live.
are so brilliant. Thank you for sharing that. Oh my God. My name is Jennifer Florence, and I go by Flo. I'm a company member with Crystal Pikes Get Pivot and Algebra Artist. And a lot of how they work is very much improvisational based, so we did a lot of that, improvisational technique. And we do a lot of community building inside of crafting the artistic work. So that's one of my main focus working with them is just how can we look at each other, how can we breathe together, how can we help each other when someone makes a mistake, and we just offer and be accessible to one another. We did 2 phrase work, and then you'll see some of the improvisational tools in this game that we call Soup. And it's important for me to hear their voice too, just because, we don't use this enough. So I wanted to make sure that they were able to access that as well. And yeah, it's just been a beautiful time with everyone. Everyone is so talented, and I'm just grateful that Alexandra was the bridge to get me here. This is the first time I'm in NYCBA, and I'm just so grateful to work with so brilliant artists who just are dedicated to their craft. With that being said, my group, and I take a breath. Just take a really deep inhale, exhale. One more if the company want to join as well, or any of y'all want to join as well. Here we all together, another big breath in, and exhale.
Riley.